Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Good morning to uh, our lecturer, Mrs. Bukta, and our friend from class A. We are from group 2. Will be present the language classroom management material, and this is about text type by Willis. With that, let me introduce our team. I'm Indra Ramadhan and Moh Irsan Lazuardi and Gilang Ardiansyah. Now, let's start with the introduction. Introduction. Willis in 2007 defined text-based teaching as providing activities for the benefit students that can increase their interest and inclusion in the classroom. The emphasis of this approach is on the segment tasks that can involve students in active with the target language. Teachers have a very important role in implementing and preparing learning in the process of text-based learning. Teachers should have creativity and innovation in involving students and always take the invited to improve learners' interest in using the target. Next, six types of Willis is listing, ordering and sorting, comparing and contrasting, problem solving tasks, project creative tasks, and the last is sharing personal experience. Now, for the more of explanation about listing, ordering and sorting, and comparing and contrasting will be present and explained by Gilang and me. So, Gilang, time is yours.
Fidi, thank you for my time. And this is a listing. Actually, this activity can be done by making generalization of the discussion that energize in an effort to find answer to the ideas that arise. This activity includes brainstorming and fact finding. The result of this activity are in the form of idea. You can list people, place, think, action, reason, everyday problem, things to in various circumstance. This is slide explain about example of listing brainstorming. Step first one is start with master. Why people want to be teacher? Why do I want teacher?
Okay, this is the example of listing in brainstorming. So, it starts with the teacher give a topic in the top of your paper. Okay, for example one, the teacher give the topic, why do I want to be a teacher? So the student, it's find the reason why people want to be teacher. Now let's see the example of the our student. Okay, this is the many reason why do I want to be teacher from student. Okay, next Gilang.
Okay, for example two, instruction. In very share your views on the most beautiful city in the world. Beautiful city in the world.
Okay, in this example, so the teacher give instruction to you to beautiful. Okay, next it's
Okay, for ordering and sorting. This task consists of four main processes, namely sorting, rank, categorize, and classify. And for first example, instruction, order cities from A until Z, and categorize according to continent.
Okay. For the ordering and sorting, the example is like this one. Instruction order cities from A until Z. So we take the data in the last slide. So this place them according to the continent. So the answer by student is maybe okay. Let me continue. In this example, uh, this is the other model of the question in ordering and sorting. So look at the interaction. Look at the four picture. They are mixed. Work about comparing and next bilang.
This key for the next slide is explain about comparing and contrasting. The task of benchmarking includes consideration of the information same but from different sources. This matter indeed to identify the same or different proposed or proposes. This task includes matchmaking, identifying the particular thing that connects them, and looking for similarities and differences. Comparison text can be based on two quite similar texts, picture or thing, or a classic example is spot the differences, or place or even and each other. That learner have experience of. Learners can also compare their own work with that of another learner or another pair or group. This is an example of comparing and contrasting. This instruction. Can you find the difference and similarities between whales and fish?
Okay. For the comparing and contrasting, the example question is like this one. The teacher gives instruction. Can you find the difference and similarities between wolves and fish? So you as the student must find the difference and similarities between wolves and fish. So the example answer is like this one. Okay, thank you, Gilang. Now for the next types of tax by Willis will be present by Muhammad Irsan. For Irsan, the time is now.
Okay, thank you, Gigih. The first is problem-solving task. Problem-solving requires knowledge and human thinking. They are interesting and fun to solve. Processes and time required will vary depending on the type and complexity of the problem. Textbook often contain activities based on common problems, pollution, relationships, noisy neighbors, and so on. But sometimes problem-solving tasks are offered too quickly. Learners agree on the first solution that comes to mind using minimal language. Example questions. Think of a town center where there is too much traffic. In pairs, think of 3 alternative solutions to this problem. List the advantages and disadvantages of each alternative. Then decide which alternative would be the cheapest one, the most innovative one, and the most environmentally friendly one. Report your decisions to another pair or group or the class and discuss with them which solution would be the best one to put forward to the local government. Next is sharing personal experience. Activities where learners are asked to recount their personal experience and tell stories are valuable because they give learner a chance to speak for longer and in a more sustained way. And it's something we often do in real life. Sharing personal experience can encourage learners to communicate more freely, understand themselves, and share their experience with our other students. Results, the communication relates to discussion about social life. This task is different from other tasks that directly that this type of task is difficult to do in class. For example, my personal experience. Today, I'm very glad to say a few words about my personal experience with NSE. This is the second year of teaching the same textbook. One difference is to teach NSE only in my classroom. Before using NSE, I had to add 2 or 3 supplementary teaching materials. NSE not only helps lower students, it also improves higher students' abilities. Project and creative tasks. Creative tasks involve various groups or learners on some kind of free creative tasks. These tasks also have a higher level of difficulty than the tasks and can be combined with several types of tasks as mentioned above. The ability to manage learning and study groups is important to carry out the tasks. For example, instruction. Make a poster that describes your message for your school. Design it according to your creativity. Okay, this is the end of our presentation. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.